Today I want to talk about some ways that you can look after yourself even when you always put other people first, because it is really hard to rest and rejuvenate and invest in self-care when you are bottom of the totem pole. Let's go. Hi guys, it's Laura from How to Get Your Shit Together, and I help you get organized, get motivated, and get some much needed rest. For a lot of us, we are not our own top priority. We have kids, clients, colleagues, partners, parents, siblings, and various other responsibilities and people who depend on us. And it is so easy to put those people first because you don't want to let them down. You want them to know that they can rely on you, they can trust you, and that you will be there for them. You want to show them that you love them or that you are capable and competent. And even though we know we should be taking care of ourselves, that is easier said than done. So if you find that you are always looking after someone else, but you're never finding the time to take care of yourself, you may need to restructure your time off in such a way that it benefits someone else. So something that means that you are still fulfilling your desire to help others, but simultaneously helping yourself. So here are some ideas. 1. Bonding time. So this could apply to various people in your life, but very often one of the greatest gifts that we can give someone is simply our time and attention. So instead of scrambling and stressing about organizing, the best party ever, or finding the perfect gift, or trying to plan some elaborate day out, just sit with the person and spend time with them, share some memories and a few laughs. When I think of the people that I love most in life, I'm not thinking, oh, they're the one that gave me that great gift. Instead, I'm thinking, I love our 4-hour lunches, or I really love when we sit and reminisce, or I think it's great that we can sit down and pick up where we left off, even if we haven't seen each other in a while, or how we can still, act like we're teenagers again, even though we are grown-ass women. Time spent with someone is the best gift of all because it can't be broken or lost, and when all is said and done, that is what people remember. So forget the fancy details and just sit with someone, and you will both appreciate it, and it will give you a chance not just to strengthen the relationship but also to recharge your batteries. 2. Barter. There will always be something that someone else hates doing, but that you don't mind or maybe even enjoy. And vice versa, you will despise something that somebody else is okay with. In this house, I have an irrational hatred of emptying and filling the dishwasher. Cannot stand it, and I don't know why. I know it will only take me about 2 minutes, but I just can't. I hate it. My husband, on the other hand, doesn't mind doing it. It's not his favorite chore ever, but he is not as vehemently against it as I am. So he takes on that particular task. On the flip side, he could not iron a shirt if the lives of his loved ones depended on it. Whereas me, I don't really mind ironing. In fact, I use it as an excuse to catch up on shows that I want to watch. So I spare our souls by doing the ironing. But there are things that other people hate that to you might be downright enjoyable. So suggest that you take some of the burden off them if they will do the same for you. That way you are both getting rid of tasks that you hate doing, you are inheriting tasks that maybe you can take a little bit more pride in, you're helping each other out, and you are alleviating a lot of mental anguish and torment. You'll find your task list so much more enjoyable, and you may even finish it a lot quicker so that you can officially go and put your feet up. 3. Share a hobby. If you can never seem to find the time to do the things that you love to do, see if there is someone else out there who wants to do the same thing, or someone who wants to learn how to do that thing. So if, for example, you love knitting, but you never seem to find the time to do it, then knit with a family member or join a local knitting group, because you are much more likely to actually engage in the activity when you know that someone else is relying on you or expecting you to do it. And maybe you have a friend or a family member or just a local person who would love to learn how to knit. So you could teach them, and that way you are simultaneously engaging in the activity that you love while also helping someone else. And finally, 4, get some accountability. So I've already kind of alluded to this in the bit about hobbies, but if you find that you are always putting other people first, tie your downtime to an external commitment. If you're only doing something for yourself, you may struggle to make it a priority, whereas if you know that somebody else is going to be waiting for you, then you are much more likely to take part. So if you know that Mary is going to be waiting for you so that you can go to a spin class together, you are much less likely to start coming up with excuses for why you can't go. Or if you know that your book club is meeting next week, you are going to find the time to finish that book. Or if you love baking, but you've never seemed to get around to it, then volunteer to provide some treats for the school's bake sale. And that way you are obliged to indulge in your favorite activity. Think about the things that you really enjoy doing, the things that you consider to be relaxing, and then find some way to make them a commitment to someone else. Get some external accountability, because chances are you won't find the time if you're just doing it for yourself, but you will if you believe that it is for the benefit of someone else. I think most of us find it easier to meet other people's expectations than our own. There's that added external pressure. Even if it doesn't actually exist, we still feel that there is a higher expectation when it's coming from another person. If that is true for you, then don't try to deny it or fight it. Instead, use it to your advantage. Look at all the ways that, taking time off or indulging in a hobby could actually be to someone else's benefit. You may think that you're doing everyone a favor by showing up to work even when you're sick, but really all you're doing is just spreading your germs and risking everyone else's health. So stay at home, not just because it would make you feel better, but also because it will be to everyone else's benefit, and you won't be sitting there struggling and half-assing your workload. Better that one person be off sick today than half the office tomorrow. It's just a matter of reframing your thinking so that you're not doing it for selfish reasons, you're doing it for others. But let me know in the comments below if you are one of those people who hates calling in sick. I am. Back when I worked in retail, it didn't matter if I was, on my deathbed and I had a doctor's note to say so. I still hated calling in sick. Are you like that too? And please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and you want more practical advice on living a simpler, happier life. Until next time, cura míle maith agaibh, agus feicim mé sibh sigalua. Slán!